Hello, hello. So today I really wanted to build some sort of like village in my plaza floating island. I want it to be quite big and I really want this kind of like river to be the centerpiece. I also really want to do like a moat sort of vibe around the outside of the village. I just think it's going to look really cute. So I'm going to start with some sort of pathing and I kind of want to do this brick pathing. I also really want to take use of the new diagonal stuff. I'm not really that good at it yet, but I think we can kind of make it work. Okay, that doesn't look the best, but I feel like if we just add a bit more pathing, it will look fine. I also am not opposed to using a different kind of pathing. I just kind of pulled this out because I thought that it would look good. It doesn't look great still, but I still have a hope that we can make it look nice like this. It is kind of weird. I don't know, maybe it's the pathing that's not good. Like maybe we do need some sort of border. I'm just kind of nervous about these side bits here. Or maybe we don't even incorporate the angled path. I'm not sure. Okay, I did that. I'm not entirely happy with it, but I think it's good for now. And I really want to do something like at the back here. So I want to do like markets and stuff along this back wall, definitely. I also want to do like maybe enclose this bit and then we can have like two separate areas on the side. I feel like that would be really cool. Okay, that took way too long, but we're done. I just basically put a perimeter around the whole place and yeah. I also just realized that this doesn't completely line up, so I kind of like did that sort of thing, but I actually don't know if I love it. I think it's the only way though. I don't understand how that fits perfectly along there, but this doesn't. Okay, so instead to save me my sanity, I'm gonna do it like this. And in this little middle bit, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of foliage and really just cover it up. I think the best option is to just do like a thin cypress tree back here, and then we could always do like a little bit of underbrush. I'm thinking the style that I want to go is quite like dark foliage in here. So maybe something like this. I actually think this might not work. Does that? No, it looks kind of funny, doesn't it? Maybe the other thing we could do is we could switch it and we could do more like palm tree vibes, because the palm trees can kind of stick in like really small areas and I feel like that might cover it a little bit more. Like that kind of covers it, but then at the same time it kind of looks a little bit ugly. So I don't know. Like, does that look kind of ugly? I think it does. Okay, that took me so long. I just redid the whole thing just so everything lines up. I do love it a lot more though, and I think it's gonna be nice if we have some little like offshoots off of this. I'm such an idiot. Of course we can use these little bushes here. They're so the same bushes that are used on the top of those. That is actually awesome. I'm just going to place a couple of these as like placeholders. And then I feel like the plaza bushes, you kind of have to do the plaza bushes because look at the color match there. These are really cute too. What if we did right at the entrance, we did like little flower boxes, and then halfway down this area we have like a little, like a bigger foliage area. I'm thinking kind of like this, and we can have like this little bit with a little bit of extra foliage. Will that look cute? I don't know, but then I want to put like the little bushes back in here. I feel like that could look cute. I'm just going to do it for now and we can always change it later. Okay, my new idea is to path out like everything with this muddy path apart from that little center bit, and we can make it like a little green like oasis sort of area. And then I really want to do like markets along the side and with lots of kind of like foliage surrounding it, like it's kind of abandoned, but I still want to look very beautiful. And then around the side, I still really want to do a moat. I kind of forgot about that. So I'm going to delete some of this stuff, but maybe I'll like incorporate this on the inside instead of the outside. Like, doesn't that look kind of cool? I don't know. I kind of love it. I just really want to make sure that it's kind of blended in a little bit better. So I am definitely going to use some of the plaza ferns and stuff like right on the sides, because I feel like it just does a really good job at like blending the mud and the like grass really good. I kind of want to use these trees in here. Isn't that kind of like the perfect tree to use in here? I feel like it is. This and then the acacia trees, which is one of my favorite combos of trees, but I feel like I don't really use them anymore. I feel like that's kind of perfect though. Like, look at that. It's kind of big, but maybe in a good way. Oh, the pathing doesn't line up. That's gonna be the death of me, I swear. No, 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 no. That's so awful. Wait, none of them line up? That's gonna do me insane. We are gonna have to make it like really unstructured in there for it to work for me because I can't deal with that. Okay, I'm gonna look at some different little market items that we have, and the only market things that I can think of are these ones. And I'm not really sure if I want to use these ones. Like maybe I'll use one of them, but it's not really the vibe that I want to go for this build. See, I think it's just a bit too big. The market vibes that I kind of want to go for are maybe like a couple of the smaller ones. I'm thinking mainly that yellow one's like really nice. And also the little like fruit stalls. Like these ones, I can't remember the name of them, but there's like the other ones. I'm pretty sure they're Stitch items, so I'm just gonna search up Stitch and Aladdin to get all the items that we need. These ones here, this one's perfect. Yes, okay, I love that. We can have them kind of just like this. Wait, I really love that. And it kind of like blocks off the ugly pathing like quite a bit. And then these little wooden veggie stands are absolutely perfect. I think that's like all we need. Like I could do more like this sort of vibe, which actually I'm not opposed to, just a little bit of that. That actually looks kind of nice. But I want to focus more on like smaller little markets as opposed to like the Aladdin vibe, mostly because it's like my favorite sort of style and I think I overuse it a little bit too much. I'm going to try not to do that today. Would it be cool to have like a truck in here or not? I don't think the truck is the vibe actually. I do think, however, that I do want to do like another sort of pond in here. So I'm thinking this little Neverland pond in the corner, or maybe we could do like a whole nother like, oh wait, this could be so cool. We could do like a whole nother little water feature back here. Is that kind of weird? I don't know if that's weird or not, but I'm just gonna keep it. Put in these little corner pieces and I feel like it'll be fine. Good thing about this is we can put these little pieces in here, which make it so much easier to decorate. You know what? I don't mind that. It's not bad. I do kind of not like the pathing anymore. That's the only thing. I'm thinking of trying to delete all the pathing and just see how it looks. Or trying to find a more like see-through path because the mud is just a bit intense, isn't it? It does look kind of nice though. Look at how bare it looks with no pathing though. I do kind of love it though. We could do like all little corner pieces so the grass is the pathing. And we could just do like maybe a foliage area there. Yeah, maybe we could do like a river piece, like over here. I feel like that could look really cute actually. Wait, yes, look at how good this looks. It's just like a little kind of river back there, but I kind of love it. I think it's like the perfect little barrier or break. And then this whole back area can just be absolutely filled with foliage. I feel like that would look perfect. And then we kind of have like more like a clear definition of like where the path is. And I'm hoping to do a little bit more with some like really thick foliage. I think maybe on this side we could just do like a little circle pond and not make it too big, but kind of decent sized. No, I ran out of the little river pieces, so I'm gonna have to go and find some money to go grab some because I am broke. I am like really hoping that I have some pumpkins in my... Oh, I do! Okay, I'm gonna sell these and then go to Scrooge's. Okay, we have acquired the goods. Now time to just finish this little bit off. Okay, fun! I feel like that's like good enough and you can really tell like where you're meant to walk. Like there's a good, clear definition, so I'm happy with that. I also feel like it gives us enough room too on this side to add in a bunch of little decorations, like little bits of foliage. No, because look at how cute this is looking. Oh, I really wanted to have a little bit more space to do like markets and stuff. I feel like this is fine. I also already did a build with the river kit, but I really cannot help myself. Like they are just so gorgeous. So I'm excited to kind of detail this and make it cute. I was also thinking like we could still use like tropical wood flooring in this build and I feel like that would look really cool. It also like really lines up super nicely. So we could just do like little offshoots like this. And you can put them underneath the river kit. That is actually amazing. And everything works out perfectly. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wait, that makes me so excited. And I think this looks really cute too. Oh, I love that. I feel like the garden stones too could look really cute like in the corners, just kind of like tucked away, especially like underneath little bits of foliage. I really love the look of them. Okay, now to actually put the stalls in, and I'm thinking to just put them in like every obvious little area that we can find, like for instance right there. It's a little bit squished, but I still really want to use some market pieces. I think also no, not right there. That's a little bit of an awkward area where I don't think we'll actually be able to fit much, but I'm going to try my hardest to fit as much as possible. Maybe here's a good spot. And then we also have these like smaller little pieces, so we can kind of just dot those around wherever. Maybe here, because this is a kind of like an awkward little area. Maybe we could actually use this little veggie thing. And then of course just adding a little bit of tables behind them so we can put some extra little decorations on. Isn't that cute? I don't know if it's too cluttered or it's fine. I think it might be fine. Yeah, you know what? I kind of don't even want to do markets. Is that bad? What if I deleted all the market stuff and we could do something different? Because I mean, look at how pretty this area is. We don't have to do a market. We could just make it into a pretty area. I feel like I didn't leave enough space for the market, but maybe that's a good thing because I do way too many markets anyway. I also really want to add quite a few like palm trees into the build because I feel like they just look really good here. Okay, I'm really lost. I've been like going back and forth, like putting random decorations down, and honestly, I don't really know what to do. Mostly, I'm just thinking about the new items, and I feel like there's too many options to choose, you know? Like, analysis paralysis is kind of what I'm feeling right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be so basic, and I'm going to go back to doing what I was going to do in the first place because it's just a little bit easier on my brain. I really like my brain's really not working this morning. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I think I'm just going to go with more like a little rustic area. I think the reason why I don't want to do that is, or I didn't want to do that is because I had just literally yesterday done a build very similar, but I feel like it's fine. Like we're embracing the new items and the new items just really give me that rustic vibe. So yeah, I want to just do a lot of little rustic builds, and I still really want to do like a really like floral pretty casita build, but I feel like this is pretty and floral, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna make sure that I'm placing down a lot of foliage to fill in all the gaps here because I do want it to feel super overgrown like we talked about earlier. It already looks like pretty overgrown. I don't know if this is a stupid idea, but I kind of want to replace all of those with smaller acacia trees. I also really want to get the little matching one. Oh, the other idea I have is to use the blue because the last build I said no to the blue, but I loved it so much. So maybe in this build we just embrace the blue. Actually, I love that. Oh yeah, I'm glad. That's really cute. I'm gonna put these little blue trees kind of all over the build where we can. We could use these purple flowers. That's actually perfect. I think that these would look so good with the blue trees. I love using this combo. But then to have like the rivers also in the build. Oh, chef's kiss. I love it. We could also add in a couple of these little bushes, which I tend not to use because I feel like they're a little bit intense, but I feel like this build is kind of a little bit intense, so it might look good. How are we looking so far? Oh, geez. Kind of really messy, but is it in a good way? I'm not sure. I kind of do love it, I can't lie. I'm also wondering if we just go all out and we also put in like all the little jungle foliage, because like, why not? I mean, we already have so much going on. It does feel like very cluttered, but I think in a nice way. Okay, dare I say we are done? I kind of love it. It's so similar to my last build, so I'm so sorry about that. But I couldn't help myself. The river pieces are so darn gorgeous. Like, look at them. I can't. They're too good. really need to do a different build. The next build will be different, I promise. But can we all just appreciate these river pieces? Because why are they so gorge? Look at them. I also just love how the river pieces look at night too. Like, to go from water rugs to these, like, I can't. My brain is just like exploding with excitement. But yeah, I really do need to do a different build. So if you guys have any ideas of what I should do, please let me know. I actually really want to do like a build with all the different like Max furniture, but I think it'll have to be an indoor build, which is kind of a struggle for me, but I kind of want to do it anyways. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a really good rest of your day. Bye bye.